welcome back to That LI Garage. I hope you caught up and saw the other build that we started, the 911 Turbo. Awesome build. We just got a few more episodes of the Fake GT3 to finish up this one and wrap it up. In this one, we're going to learn how to install and torque down the heads, allocate the camshafts and time the engine correctly, and we're going to finish the build and get it ready for install into this motor. Right now we're going to clean with cloth and some brake cleaner, parts cleaner, both ends, both the cylinder, the block head and block part of it, and also the head. And over here I am lubing up every head stud, putting some oil. You could put also Molly lube. Over here I'm showing how I am torquing down how I'm marking the head studs. I made this little circle and I marked it with the certain degrees. So I mark the block itself and I mark the bolt themselves. So when I torque them in the series that they're supposed to, they are all torqued correctly. Of course, I ran through that process because it's not too exciting to watch. This part, you're going to install the valve lifters, torquing them in a circle sequence. All right, we're gonna squeeze these two pieces over here. So. Pull it out. Now that there's less tension, careful not to drop. I like to take it off from the top first and set it aside. Next, I'm going to take out the bottom one. And replace it with the new one. Oh, this is not the bottom one, this is the top one. Has an O-ring in it. Gently place it in its spot. Look at the top. See the difference? This is the bottom. Now, the chain has two links that are different color, and you line them up with that mark, and same thing on this side. Turn it till you get to that mark. See, this cam also has a little mark, so you put it there you go. Pull them apart. Both marks match. And put it back. Put them in first. Okay. Start to release. And this side's ready. Ready to be installed into the motor. Now that the camshafts are allocated with the timing tensioner or the adjuster, we're going to put this little plate that goes on to the driver's side right before we put the cams into place. And then you put assembly lube on all the buckets. Start installing them. Don't push down on the cams too much. Just put the bolts, the screws and the bolts on the caps, gently hand tighten them, and then get the tools ready to catch the middle of the cams. After you tighten everything, we're gonna put the timing tool on the cams. Over here, I'm getting ready to put the cam gear on. After everything is timed, we're going to close up the head by putting the cover back on. One thing I forgot to mention here is I put the timing tensioner back into place. And also I spun the engine 2 revolutions and check timing again, because the exhaust cam gear has an adjustment to it. So I just run it, turn it by hand 2 full turns, put the cam tool back on, and check it out. Now, when we're getting ready to do the other side, from the original position of this head, you're going to spin the engine. You're going to spin the crank 360 degrees. Therefore, the cams will be spinning half the rate at 180 degrees. And then you're ready to start the timing on the opposite side. Over here, I'm putting new O-rings and lubing up the O-rings before putting them in to the spark plug tubes. And we're gonna get ready to spin the motor and install the other side. Okay, so here's the other thing to check if you did a good job at the end of the job. If you put the tool inside here and it holds the cam gear, it holds the cam in place, and you put it sits in perfectly, and then you go take that same tool, you bring it out, and you put it to this side, it should not be able to go in. Only one head should be able to be set with that tool at a time. If both are set, if both will fit at the same time, then that means that you didn't do the timing correctly. You're gonna have to do it over again. You start again to reiterate. You start with bank 1. You set the timing. You turn the engine 360 degrees. Turn the crank 360 degrees, and that when you turn the crank 360 degrees, it means you're turning the cams only 180 degrees. And once you do that, you're ready to set this time, this head. And then you could put you could finish with the covers without putting the plugs in, or the oil pump over here, or on the other side. Spin the engine. After you spin the engine, check it for timing, and then you're good. You're good to go. And the other thing that is kind of tricky to do on these is these gears. When after you're done with timing, they have a little gear, the little tooth that goes into the cam. That's simple. Everybody can figure that out, when they see it. But what's interesting is you have here, you have 4 through 6, and then 1 to 3. So this is bank 2, and this cylinder is good for 4 through 6. So you put this badge or this stamp closer to the crank, whatever side it lies on. What that means is on this side, you put the 1 to 3, which is this is 1.1 to 3 cylinders are on this side, and you want it closest facing the crank. Even though the arrow shows there's an arrow where you would think that it would be facing up, that's not what you choose to set it up as. You put it at 1, the 1 to 3 closest to the crank, and that's on the driver's side. On the passenger side, on bank 2, you put the 4 to 6 closest to the crank. Once you set it up, everything else is about self-explanatory, and you might need to get some notes or pictures of how to reroute all the cables and everything. And that's what I've been working on yesterday, and I actually have another one sitting here, so I'm using it for reference. I just took the airbox off and took it off to look at it, and it's helping me. And then I also printed up some things off the internet just to double check everything, make sure everything you're putting in is correct, because once it's inside the car, then it's a lot harder to figure it out. So another thing is, I was working here last night till 4:30, just getting this done, because I was a little bit nervous of today. Today was a big day to me. Actually, it's a little bit on the personal side, but it's kind of the reason why I started these videos. Is I had court today because my ex-wife is not letting me see my kids for over 2 months now. There's like 60 something days of missed days that she let me see the kids. So, and before that, there was another 2 month spurt before that. And so there's a lot of missed time, and I haven't seen my kids for over 2 months. Talking to them on the phone is very difficult, because she condones disrespectful behavior and this and that. So I try not to put myself in that position. So I thought, and my girlfriend was talking to me at the time, that it might be a good idea to just make these videos, because I would love for them to be hanging around while I'm doing this type of things and teaching and passing this along to them. So instead of being able to just pass it along to them, so I thought maybe they'll catch me on video on YouTube, put this on video, and this way I can connect with them
even though she's keeping me away from them. It's not the court ordered. It's literally just her against whatever the court said. And her day will come in court. I'm not worried about that. But so yeah, to get myself out of those feelings of whatever. So you just push on, push through, and it'll be exciting to get this thing done. So take that negative energy and put it into positive energy, and that's why I always say, if you got haters, you ain't popping. If you got nobody having something to hate on you, it means that you don't have something exciting about you. Jealous people, hateful people will hate anybody that is good. So that's how you know you're doing a good job. Yeah, so actually let me give a shout out to my three boys, Ariel, Gabriel, and Daniel. I love you guys, and I can't wait to see you guys again. And hopefully you'll be watching this video even after the fact, after I see you or whatever. When I talk to you on the phone, I'll tell you about these videos that I'm making for you guys. And I'm sharing this type of information and this project with you and the world. So I'm excited to see you guys. I hope you guys are doing good in school. And I'm trying my best to see you guys. I'm doing my best that I can. And to my other YouTubers, I'm sorry if I'm a little bit on the personal side here, but it was my aspiration of why I started these videos. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this content, and I'll see you on the next video, and enjoy this video. Please subscribe. I need more subscribers. Right now I have 299 subscribers. I want to get that 300, and then we're going to get to the 1,000, and we're going to get higher and higher and higher. Let's do this all together. Tell somebody. And if my kids subscribe, you guys could be the 300. Number 300 will be my kids. But let's subscribe, and then in the future, once I get my kids, maybe we can have them give you guys directions through me. Maybe it'll be fun for them to videotape some things too. And this way, maybe in the future, they could show their friends, like, oh, this is what my dad does, and this is what we do, what we're learning also. So I love you guys, and I'll see you guys later.